Right, that's cause, right, I didn't hit the button. Cause, right, hello, 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 right, can you see me now? Hello, can you hear me now? Right, can you see my hair? Hello, can you hear me now? Right, there you are. Thank you, David. Hi, John. Hello to the cheese plants. Hi to Angus. Hi to raccoons in the attic. Hello, COVID-19. It's kind of not nice to have you here. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Theodore. Hi, John. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Georgia. There you are. Yes. I've got echo again. Oh, bollocks. Hello, team EJ. I had echo a few times before and I could not work out why. Tell me if it goes away. Hello. Because I don't want to be all echoey and creepy, you know what I mean? So it's about 7:01. Echo it away now. Yeah, I think so. Thanks, David. I think it's sometimes if I go too close. I'll try an experiment. If I go really close and talk close to the webcam, does that echo more? And then does it go away when I go backwards? Does that work? Does that work? Anyway, welcome to Dr. Paul Quiz. We're going to do the quiz now. If you were here on Loving the Beard Work, hey Ferg, the Fergus, the real Ferg. Everybody else on this stream is second class. Ferg's my man. He's number one. He gets a 2-point star. Right. Team Social Outcasts. Hi Susan. No echo, but it was frightening. I aim to please Angus. Right. If you were here the other night, well, if you were on Facebook on Friday, it was pretty chaotic and I hadn't really prepared very well. Tonight's is a lot better prepared. And you might remember we were doing wee team and big team. Tonight we're just doing wee team, and this means the following. This means that you're going to do the quiz either by yourself or with your friends. If you're by yourself, get a bit of pen, get a bit of paper, get a pen, get ready to write the answers down. We'll do the quizzes round by round. I'll do 5 questions, you think about it, then I'll give you the answers. Then you mark yourself. You do your own marking. That's how it works. Hi Josie. 3 wives and a divorce lawyer. That's a hell of a team. So you mark yourself. If you've got a team, then that's great. If you've got a team that are not all in the same place, then hopefully you're chatting to each other using other technology. For example, Zoom. I think Angus was saying he was using Zoom. And maybe WhatsApp, Discord, and of course there's just shouting out the window, which is hello Kerry, which is what people do these days. We shout out the window. People sing Sunshine on Leith. Look, this might be unpopular, but I'll tell you something, I don't really like that song. It's kind of a dirge, but you know, social contract and all that, community spirit, very nice. Hello from Canada, having breakfast beers with my friends in Scotland. Right, if anyone's drunk, then hi, how you doing? Hope you're alright. Hello, hashtag UK Alliance. Excellent. Guardians of the toilet paper. You're getting raided if you give away where you are, Paul. Don't tell anybody. Speak louder, please. Yes, Phoebe, I shall speak louder. I hope you can hear. I'm new at this, and I'm going to get a decent microphone. Right now I'm using this webcam. The good thing tonight is that the questions are going to be on screen. It's not just me talking, so if you can't hear me properly, it's not so bad. Boozy Susie and the Druzy. Yeah, I know everybody thinks Sunshine on Leith is amazing except me. I'm the only one. And but I cannot lie. I find the song slightly turgid. Hi Triangulation, who are normally at the Brass Monkey Leith, which is what I do at this time. And I'm just saying hello to people at this time. That's why I'm chatting here. And I think we can pretty much get on with it. I'm just running a little slideshow of previous Brass Monkey teams in the background. There's quite a lot of Ali there, Ali and Nigel. So we're going to turn them off just now. Oh, look, I moved my window and now it's in the wrong place. So let me just try and work this out for you. La 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 la, ran through the glen. There we are. Robin Hood, and his band of men steals from the rich, gives to the poor. What a dude, Robin Hood. Speaking of Robin Hood, close my face. Hello, Iona. Thank you, Michael. There's one other person who doesn't like Sunshine on Leith. That's great. Right, the Perth Pissheads. Welcome to everybody from Perth, even though you're not strictly human. But, you know, we all got to try and pull together at this time. So we're going to do the quiz. So you're in your teams. Listen, don't shout out the answers. Don't shout out the answers on the chat tonight. Just write them down. We're going to get through it fairly quickly. Boris Johnson is going to declare martial law at 8:30, so we're going to try and get the quiz finished before then so we can all enjoy that. Nice typeface. Aye, it's sturdy, isn't it? It's just Arial. It's just Arial bold. It's sturdy. It's like pure Fourth Bridge. How many people are on? 87 people. That's good. Hello to everybody. I'm glad you can do the quiz. Right, I'm going to shut up and get on with the quiz because I know that's popular. It's 4 minutes past 7. Hello, Panda Pack. Okay, you all ready? You all got your pens, you got your team. Hopefully you're communicating to each other. And you're going to write the facially plush, yes. Hopefully you're going to just write down the answers as you go, and then after the round, chat a little bit, let you get your answers together, and then we will do the marking and we'll go as we go. Oh, I'll say this before I start. Tonight, after the quiz is finished, I'm going to get you to upload your score and we can get a scoreboard. And I've got a thing to do that, but I'll give you the link for that at the end of the quiz. Okay? Which is another hi Sue, hi Anne. Thank you for Pythagoras, who will make it through this probably better than any of us. So you're going to get to submit your scores and we can make a scoreboard out of this. I'm not asking for money tonight. There's a link in the description if you want to tip me £1 or £2. That's it, that's all it is. But more importantly, can you subscribe please? That'd be great. Anyway, right, I'll shut up, let's go on with the quiz. So, go over to PowerPoint here and go. Oh, look, there's Marty Pello. He's the lucky human tonight. Your lucky human is Marty Pello. He's the current champion of the big team quiz, which we did on Saturday. And I'm going to do a big team quiz tomorrow night. And Marty Pello will be Marty Pello is the reigning champion. So sounds going a bit Lee Perry, right? I definitely need to get a good microphone. Echo, echo, echo. That's probably when I got too close and started shouting. That's usually what happens. So just try and stay back. I think I've noticed that the echo comments come up when I get too close. So you're ready. Lucky human is Marty Pello tonight. If you've got Marty Pello in your room, then that's you get an extra 2 points. By the way, anyone who's got a voucher, add 2 points on. The only person ever to have left Clydebank to become a heroin addict. Ha! Drew, yeah, East Coast wank. Right, here we go. So the first round. Oh, I meant to put that on while I was doing all this chat because it's actually quite clever. It actually fades down. But we've done 5 minutes, so let's get past this. Right, same letter round. You know how this works. I'm going to ask you 5 questions, and every answer begins with the same letter of the alphabet. Remember, don't shout out the answers in the comments. Just write them down for your team. Discuss with your team and write down 5 answers. All the answers, all good to go. Yeah, right, me too. All the answers start with the same letter. So here we go. Here come the questions. So question number 1. What is the capital city of Lebanon? Lebanon is a country in the Middle East. What is the name of the capital city in Lebanon? Don't comment the answer in the chat. Just write them down. We'll get to the answers fairly quickly. Get through this first round fairly quickly. Question number 2 in the same letter round. Which famous animal character was originally created by the Austrian writer Felix Salten and then was made into a film by Disney in 1942? So one of the famous Disney films, it's an animal character, and it was originally created by an Austrian writer called Felix Salten. Remember, all the answers in the first round start with the same letter of the alphabet. That's question number 2. I'll go back over them at the end of the 5, okay? Give you a couple of seconds between each question, just to get a grip of the question. Maybe chat to each other, chat to the team. Maybe crack open a tense. Stuff you can put in the chat just now is like, what are you drinking? I want to know what you're drinking. Personally, I've got water because I'm trying to broadcast and I don't really know what I'm doing. So, cheers. Okay, question number 3. Which American politician's 1995 autobiography was titled Dreams from My Father? Dragon soup. Bonnie's drinking Corona, Andy's drinking dragon soup. Nick's got an Old Rosie. What is Old Rosie? Is that cider? Must be. That's a real cider type of name. Right, question number 3. Which US politician's 1995 autobiography was called Dreams from My Father? Dreams from My Father. Okay, question number 4 in the same letter round. Remember, all 5 answers begin with the same letter of the alphabet. So question number 4, in which modern day country is the site of the Battle of Waterloo, where Napoleon did surrender, where he was beaten by the British? And I don't know if he actually did surrender or whether that's artistic license on the part of ABBA, but he definitely got humped, you know what I mean? Kuro's there, the triangulation, Kuro the dog. Hello Kuro. Arr, arr, arr. I hope you've all got the letter already. Surely you've got the letter. And here's the last question in the first round. This is more difficult. What name is given to the group of around about 500 African languages, which includes Zulu, Shona and Swahili? So they're all different languages, but along with about 500 other languages, there's a group name for all of them. What is that name? It's a one-word answer. So you should have 5 answers now. I'm going to go back through them, show you the questions again real quick. Okay, so what is the capital of Lebanon? That's the geography one. Which famous animal character was created by Felix Salten and then turned into a film by Disney in 1942? That's number 2. Number 3, US politician's autobiography from 1995. It wasn't the only autobiography he wrote. It's his first one, I think. It was called Dreams from My Father. Who's that? Number 4, modern day country that's got the site of the Battle of Waterloo, where we got it right up the French. And the name of the group of languages, which includes Zulu, Shona and Swahili. Right, I'm gonna, 12 minutes past 7, I'm gonna give you 1 minute to get your answers all written. Well done everybody for not posting the answers in the comments, that's excellent. Well done, brilliant. I was hoping it would work like this. On Friday night when I did this on Facebook, I was doing a team quiz like this one, but mixing that up with what I call a big team quiz where people are shouting out answers, and it kind of worked. It was a big old mess, but it kind of worked. But it was a little bit confusing. Tonight's a little bit more controlled, you know what I mean? So, I'll give you a few more moments and then we're going to look at the answers. Someone put in the comments that yes, you're ready for the answers, you know, because I'm trying to, when I'm in the pub it's easy to judge because you hand in your answers, or I can look around the pub and can see what's going on. Obviously I can't do that now. So in terms of timing, you help me out. You put in the comments, put in the chat if you're ready to go. And when I see 3 or 4 teams saying you're ready to go, ready, says James, thank you. When I see 3 or 4 of you saying you're ready, then we'll get on with it. You know what I mean? Dean's ready, Gonda's ready, Freudian lips are ready. Oh, Gonda's not ready. Now give me a couple of minutes. A couple of moments. Are you going to play your accordion? Only if you're good. I've got it in the room. The accordion's just over there. Coco Pop's ready. Hello Coco Pops, hello Robert. Hi Lana. Hi Josie. I like that, Drew. I like the big thumbs up, the big golden thumbs up. That size. Yeah, right. That's enough people ready. Let's give you the answers. Okay, you ready for the answers? Here we go. Get ready to mark now. There's 2 points for a right answer. If you kind of get half a right answer, give yourself 1 point. And if you're not sure what to mark yourself, put it in the chat. If I spot it, I'll respond. So, you ready? Here we go. Am I still? Yeah, we are. Right, round 1, same letter answers. Here we go. What's the capital of Lebanon? It is Beirut. Which sounds a bit like beetroot. Beirut. If you got Beirut for your answers, then give yourself 2 points. Number 2. Which famous animal character was a film in 42 from Disney? It's Bambi. It's Bambi, whose mother dies. And it's not very nice. And it makes you cry. And it's got that song that April Showers, which is an amazing bit of music. Number 3. Barack Obama, Dreams from My Father is a Barack Obama autobiography. It's his first one. 2 points for Barack Obama. Put in the chat if you got it wrong and tell me what you put. I've asked this in the pub before, this particular one, and people sometimes say Bill Clinton. Number 4 was Belgium, Battle Waterloo. It was footed there, Waterloo. You said Bill Clinton, Drew. Yeah, it's an easy mistake to make because you're thinking 90s. That was the day of the bill, but Barack Obama was working his way up at the time. Went for George Bush. Thinking B was a surname. Yeah, usually, well, most of my questions for same letter round, usually it's the first name. Not always, but usually it's the first name because I've got my database organised. You know, I do it by answer. Bill Clinton. Can you imagine Bill Clinton's dad's dreams? Pretty nasty. Pretty Weinsteinian. And the last one, Bantu. Zulu, Shona and Swahili are all types of Bantu languages. There's a huge amount of people in the southern half of Africa who speak Bantu languages, so they're kind of related. And I don't know much about them, but I imagine it's like Romance languages, like Italian sounds a bit like Spanish. Italian's a bit like Romanian. They're all Romance languages, so I imagine Bantu is the same. Similarities. Right, that's the 5 answers. I'll show you the answers again in case you missed any. Capital of Lebanon is Beirut. The animal by Felix Salton is Bambi. Yeah, Weinstein does have coronavirus, John Smith. The virus said it was consensual. Dreams of my from my father is Barack Obama. Battle of Waterloo was fought in modern day Belgium, and Zulu, Shona and Swahili are Bantu languages. The man dies, but there's always thumpers. Well, you know, silver linings. Right, everybody. Aye, tell us your scores. Dean's put up 8 out of 10 there. Stick your scores up, put your team name in your scores. I'm not gonna... That's right, yeah, 2 points for a correct answer. So if you got all 5, you got 10 out of 10. If you've got a voucher, then you've got plus 2 points. And if it's your actual birthday actually today, you get 1 point. So it is possible to get 13 points there if you got them all right, and if you've got a voucher, which is a Dr. Paul quiz voucher. Oops. I'll just show you what one of those is. Can you see that? If you've got a voucher, you have 2 points. Computer that right, okay. Right, here the scores are coming flooding in now. 12 points for triangulation, large locos, 8 Hagen Chads, 8, 6 for Drew, shocker, that's not so bad. It's easy to get a couple of those wrong. 12 for the Raccoons, 12 for Nick, Social Outcast got 12 with a voucher, Team EJ got 10, Chicken Kiev got 8, Salon Heights Vancouver, is that is your name? Chicken Kiev. Perth Pisshead's got 8, 8 for Ferg, 10 for the Cheese Plants, excellent. Single Porn Dwarf is there, got 10 out of 10. Cool Vidiots got 8, that's Angus. Beck's got 8, Freudian Lips up to 10 points with the voucher. Josie Bellhouse 8 out of 10 for whatever we decide our team name is. Josie, it's 19 minutes past 7, you need to get your team name sorted out, you know. Close My Face 6 points. UK Alliance got 10 plus a voucher. Oh no, we got 8 out of 10. Don't worry, Malabala, that's okay, that's fine, you're in the game. The appropriate team names, 10 points. That's great. You've all done really well not to post answers in the chat. I'm very, very pleased that these are not shouting out. It's like when you get a pissed guy in the pub and he's just yelling out the answers, and it's like, oh, shut the fuck up. Appropriate team names. Thank God we're self-isolating with Ethan Simpson. We think that's our team name. Yeah, looks good to me. Right, okay, should we do round 2? Everyone's doing great. Oh no, I just touched my face. Let's try and get this quiz finished before I suffer the consequences of touching my face. Right, ready. Round 2. I think we've got an anagram next. How am I going to do the anagram? The anagram is an actual shout out one. We can actually do this shout out style. So the first person. Now we did this the other night and there was a bit of a lag, right? So some people were posting answers and other people could see the answers before they heard the question or something like that. So the thing is, if you manage to solve the anagram, you give yourself 3 points. I'll put it, you know what? I don't know. I was thinking about this earlier and I couldn't remember. Didn't get around to making a decision. We'll do it both ways. Look, if you shout out your first, I'm going to give you 3 points, and if you think you got it first before that person, then give yourself 3 points. So you're ready for the anagram. Alright, you just got to look at the anagram and be the first to shout out the answer in the comments. You ready? Here we go. So it's a film, and the anagram is Heathen Muggers. Unscramble those letters to give us the title of a film. Heathen Muggers. Usually I've got clues, but I'm not quite organised enough to do that because the printer wasn't working and there's too many windows open and all that stuff. So first person to unscramble this and get the answer in the comments in the chat will get 3 points for their team. You know what's good? It's not having to keep the score. It's great that you're keeping the score. Quite like that. No one's saying anything anymore. Heathen Muggers. Unscramble those letters and give us the title of a film. I can quickly look it up and start doing some clues. But then I can't see your chat if I do that. So, Hunger Games. The Hunger Games. Yeah, you're coming in now. Matt Yuri. Matt Yuri is first. The first one that I could see was Matt Yuri with the Hunger Games. So well done, Matt. You get the right answer. And Hunger Games is the right answer. Well done to everyone who solved that. If you got the answer up before you heard me acknowledging that, then give yourself 3 points. Because the first ones I can see here in order are Matt, then Gilchrist, Ali, Lana, Susan Jameson, Phoebe, John Smith. Is that your real name? Drew, Ali, Raccoons in the Attic. And you're from the Freudian Lips, Matt, as well, right? Yeah, so there's 2 different Freudian Lips got that first. Excellent. Okay, right, let's move on. We're going to go to the picture round now. Where are we? 23 minutes past 7. Like I say, see, normally in the pub, by 20 past 7, I would be marking the first round. Just be about finishing the first round. So this is going to go a little quicker than the usual quiz, which is no bad thing. We'll try and keep it under an hour. Try and get finished at 8, right? So you can so you can quickly nip out to the shops to get booze before Boris Johnson brings the military down. Right, ready, let's do the second round, which is the picture round. Oh, that's quite slick. And then I did it again here, different version. Forgot to take it out. There we go. Anyway. Up the burrow. Right, picture round. Okay, this is back. I better tell you, no shouting out the answers in the chat. Just back to the bit of paper and a pen. Write down 5. We're going to do 5 questions. You write down the answers, and then same as the first round, I'll go back and tell you what the answers are. You ready? Here we go. Questions. Right, this is a World War II military hardware identification question. What if you're blind? This is the round that's unfair to the blind. Thanks for that, Matt. No, it's not fair. It's unfair. So, if you saw that flying over your head in World War II, would you identify it as a Japanese plane or an American plane? That's a straight 50-50 one there. Remember, no shouting out the answers in the chat. You can keep chatting, you can call me a prick, or you can tell me how good my hair's looking, because look at that. Look at that. Man at my age, with this hair, unbelievable. So what type of airplane is that? Japanese or American? Have a good look. And I'll move on. Same again, I'll come back and go through the 5 questions again. Right, ready? Number 2. This board game shares a name with which Shakespeare character? And a bonus point if you know what this game is called in the States, because it's got a different name. And I think most of Europe as well. You should get a selection of wigs, Paul. Nick, I'm the last person who needs a wig. Check it out. Woo! So name the board game. The name of the game has got the same name as a Shakespeare character, a Shakespeare title character, actually. And an extra point. Extra point if you can identify the name that's used when this game is sold in the States, and I believe most of Europe as well. Okay, remember, don't shout out the answers, just get them on a paper. Here's question number 3. Look at this guy, look at the medals. What achievement made this man world famous in 1961? So this guy became world famous in 1961, overnight became completely famous. Look at his medals. 3 great big whopping medals there. Loads of little ones. About 4 or 5 that are stars there. Some are on ribbons. He's got like sash. He's got kind of. He's got a jacket and tie. Looks kind of military. Who is that? Or what's the achievement? You probably know his name, but I'm not asking you for his name. I'm asking you for his achievement. What did he do to make him world famous overnight in 1961? Okay, I'm going to move on. By the way, tell me if I'm going too fast or too slow. I'm trying to get this just right. I'm trying to give you just enough time to chat amongst the team. but not so slow that you get bored. Please subscribe. If you're bored, you can fill in the moments by subscribing. Look, I'm getting the hang of this social media shit. Okay. Number 4, name this close-up building. So it's a building, and this is a close-up picture. A famous building. What building is it? It's a building you've all heard of, and some of you will have been there. I've been there, and I had a very nice time. That was in the 90s, which basically was 10 years of quite a nice time. This is great. It's like having a mirror all the time. Don't get out of it when I'm doing a pub. Can't keep checking my look. Okay, no one's saying anything, so I'm guessing that you're either absorbed in the question or you've gone home. Well, you are home. Everyone's home. And the last question is a multiple choice question. These are 80s villains from a film. But what type of film? Is it a Die Hard film, a James Bond film, or a Robocop film? Mm-hmm. Right, so Die Hard, James Bond, or Robocop. Which type of film were these villains? Did these villains appear in? That is the 5 questions. I'm going to go back over them. Number 1, is the plane Japanese or American? It's a World War II plane. Number 2, name the board game. It's got the same name as a Shakespeare character, Shakespeare title character. Bonus point if you know what it's called in the States and Europe. Number 3, what made this guy a world famous overnight in 1961? Check the medals. Name the building. That's a close-up view, a small portion of a very famous building. Thank you, Gilchrist. And which type of film had these villains in it? A Die Hard film, a James Bond film, or a Robocop film? Hiya, Michael. Hello to the Chameleons. Yeah, you're not too late for the party. Look, I know the Chameleons, and you're a good team. I'm going to give you 8 out of 10 for the first round, okay? And you might miss the pictures. I'll just quickly do the pictures again. What we're doing, Michael, just in case you don't know, or anybody else who's joined in, we're writing down answers on bits of paper. We're not shouting out answers in the chat. And then I tell you the answers, then you do your own marking. So just another recap of the picture questions. Is that a Japanese or American plane? And picture number 1, World War II aircraft. What's the name of this board game? It's named after a Shakespeare title character. Brackets UK release, and when the game is sold abroad it tends to be a different name. What's the other name for a bonus? What made this guy world famous in 1961? Overnight sensation, as Nick says. That's a Motorhead song. What made him famous in 1961? This is a close-up of a famous building. Name the building. Hi, Alistair. Yeah, if you missed the first round, give yourself 6 out of 10 or 8 out of 10, depending on how you're feeling. Right? Add 2 if you've got a voucher. And the last one in the picture round, are these villains from Die Hard, James Bond, or Robocop? Overnight sensation. Bad boys sold franchise. Sold your rock and roll. As we try to remember more lyrics. Right, are you all ready? Same again, tell me in the chat if you're ready, because that helps. Tell me if anybody's missed anything. You need to see them again. Otherwise, tell me that you're ready and ready for the answers, okay? Because I'm ready to give you the answers. Ready, says Angus. Ready, says Jamie, John, Susan. Raccoons are ready. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 readies, and I think that's enough. There's a couple more. Cat, David, Dean. We have a cheer for the bar staff. Yeah. All the bar staff have lost their jobs. It's no good. I've lost my job. I've got no income now. So tip the quiz master if you like the quiz. I'm going to work out something for that, but tonight this is free, unless you want to tip. We're ready, right? Okay, everybody's ready. Let's tell you the answers. So, picture round answers. Here we go. It's Japanese plane. Dirty. It's a Japanese plane. I don't have a note of what it is. It's probably a Mitsubishi, Honda, Nissan, Zero Zen, something like that. Number 2, Othello is the right answer. I'm terrible at Othello. I'm quite good at chess, but I'm bad at Othello. And did you get the bonus point? The Othello for 2 points, and 1 bonus point if you knew... Oh, it's a zero bomber, thank you. 1 point if you knew the other name for this game, which is Reversi. R-E-V-E-R-S-I, Reversi. I don't have it written on the screen. A shit fire. That's one of theirs. Right, so what we got? Japan and Othello. That's Yuri Gagarin. He was the first man in space. I hope you got that one. Remember, tell me if you got any wrong. Tell me what the wrong answers you put. Name the close-up building. It is the Leaning Tower of Pisa, which is a campanile, which is a bell tower. It stands next to Pisa Cathedral, just a few metres away. And there's lots of buildings like that, but that one's famous because it's bendy. And number 5, it's from a James Bond film. It's Grace Jones and what's his name? Playing Max Zorin, and I can't remember. Oh man, I can't remember his name, and I can't remember. He said the Colosseum tree. Yeah, nah, that's reasonable. That's a reasonable guess. Somebody will know. So somebody put the. Is it Christopher Walken? Nick says, have you thought about automating a cheering fan button to press after revealing an answer? Kind of thought about it, Nick. It might sound a little bit like this. Did you hear that? It was iTunes. Robin Hood. There's Christopher Walken. Yeah, I thought it was, but I just wasn't 100% sure. I think he plays Max Zorin. Does anyone know the name of the Grace Jones character from that film? Right, here come the scores, by the way. I should read some of these out. Lone Porn Dwarf got 11 out of 10. Alright, got a bonus. Hanging Chad's got 8. Quiz My Face got 10. UK Alliance got 9. 10 for David Martin. Chicken Nuggets got 11. Got every single one of them right. Nice chicken nugget and chicken nuggets. Perth Pissheads got 6. 10 point for Cheese Pleds. Thank God we're not self-isolating with Ethan Simpson, got 10 points. Mayday, alright, people are saying Mayday. I thought you were having a panic, but that'll be the name of the Grace Jones character. 10 for the Chameleons, 10 for Triangulation, 11 for the Social Outcasts, 10 for Ali, 10 for the appropriate team names. Looks like you had pretty good scores in that round. Right, I think we have a music round next. What time is it? 37 minutes past 7. That's alright, we're going okay. Right, let's speed up. Next questions, please. Yes, Gonda. Good idea. Right, okay. So, how do I do this? I'm going to this, right, you know the music round. If you come to the quizzes, you know the music round. I'm going to play 5 bits of music. You have to pick the artist from this list, okay? If possible, I'm going to try and get away with only playing this once. Listen very carefully. I shall play this only once. So if you're ready, I'm going to play them. Alright, tell me, yeah. Remember, don't shout out the answers, just write them down. You ready? Here we go. I can feel copyright. No, probably going to get booted off. Oh, stop. Sorry, everybody. I went into my jackpot music. Right. Someone tell me that you heard it. Someone tell me you heard it okay. And someone tell me that you don't need to hear it again. And if anybody does need to hear it again, tell me. I don't want to play it too many times. Ferg just asked about clearing copyright. And there is no copyright. We heard it. Yep, heard it fine. Right, okay, write down your 5 answers. I'm going to try and avoid playing this twice. Partly for those reasons. Again, please. 10 out of 10. Perfect. Can we hear it again? Heard it okay. Good to go. 17 seconds free. Don't know what that means. Oh, so you get 17 seconds free before the copyright kicks in. Right, that's good to know. That's roughly how long my clips are. Play it again. Aye, okay. Look. Well done to everybody who did hear it. Go for a P. That's what to do. I'm going to play it one more time for the folk who didn't quite hear it. Okay? Right, you ready? Here we are one more time. My chair will get wet, Paul. So Right, you must have your answers by now. I'm going to give you 30 seconds just to sort that out. Gonda's saying, not again. Once is enough. That's twice you've told me to hurry up, Gonda. I get the feeling I'm not going quickly enough for you. That's fine. Let me know if it's too quick or too slow. People are saying we're ready. Right, I'm going to go into the answers. I'm going to give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds to get ready, and then I'm going to give the answers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right, ready? Here we go. Let me get back onto this. Right, here we go. So the first one, I'm not going to play them again because I don't want to risk that copyright stuff. The first one was Fleetwood Mac, Looking Out for Love. You don't have to name the track. I'm just asking you to name the artist. Looking Out for Love. Ooh. Ha. Second one was Carrie, Not the Kind of Girl You Marry. That was ABBA. 2 points if you got ABBA. Number 3 was Procol Harum. That was A Whiter Shade of Pale. 60s classic. Loving the graphics. I made them in my house, Angus. In my tech suite. Big Love. Yeah, that's the name of the song by Fleetwood Mac. It's amazing. Right, number 4 was Moby. If you lived through the 90s or the early 2000s, you heard a lot of Moby. He released an album, and I think every single track of it was used as an advert on television, so everybody knew Moby even though they didn't know it was Moby. Yeah, I thought it was quite good how I mark up the answers so you can see them. Thanks, Robert. And the last one was Wyclef Jean doing his kind of hip hop cover of Staying Alive, and I think that was 1997. Anyway, tell me how many is the last ring red? Aye, kind of ready brownie. Yes. 8 out of 10 for Kerry. Was that a difficult round? I think that was a relatively easy round. 10 out of 10 for Raccoons in the Attic. Pand Pack, 8 points. In Denial, if you hadn't played again, I wouldn't have changed ABBA to Steps. So you got ABBA right the first time and then changed it to Steps. It happens. Rats! We thought I was Fun Loving Criminals. Which, Wyclef Jean must be. Chicken Kiev are on 28, they're giving me a running total there. Lost out in the last one, you didn't get Wyclef Jean. 8 for Triangulation. Lots of 8s. Lots of 8s. There's the Nuggets, got 10. And the Nuggets got 10 and the Chicken Kiev's got 10 out of 10. So it's all the frozen foods doing just great. 10 for Thank God We're Not Self-Isolating with Ethan Simpson. 8 for Drew. Vix Prex. 4 out of 10. Shocker. That is a beamer. It's a shocker. Covidiots 8. Wyclef sounded like Huey from Fun Loving Criminals. Yeah, he did. And it was round about the same time as well. It was the fashion. Right, let's move on. It is 13 minutes to 8 o'clock, so let's move on. Now, I can't remember what I've got coming next, so I'm just going to press. Alright, it's the list round, okay? Just flashing up something about my printer. Right, okay. So there was lots of 8s in that round. And there was a couple of 10s. Well done if you got 10 in that round. So it looked like it was one of those rounds. It's quite tricky to get all of them. Right, well done everybody. Hope you're keeping your scores. I'm going to ask for your team score at the end. I've got a wee thing online, and if you get to the end of the quiz, I'm going to share the link for that, and then you can all upload your score, and then I can publish the list of scores so everybody can see how they did against everybody else. I'm hoping to improve that. as time goes on, so we can do it round by round. It'd be great. Maybe get an app or something. But tonight that'll be good. So hang on to the end. See what at the end of the questions. Just hang on for a minute, and I'll give you the link for the score thing. Right. Anyway, list round. So this is the list round. There are 9 answers on the screen, 9 possible answers, but 5 of them are right and 4 of them are wrong. So which of these were in the top 5 baby names for boys in 2015 in Scotland? So boys born in 2015, so boys who are 5 now, just started school, so young families. Which 5 of those names were the 5 most popular in 2015? You don't have to get these in order, you just have to name the top 5 in any order. So have a good look at the list on the screen and pick 5. Discuss with your team, or have a psychological conversation with yourself if you're proper self-isolating, and pick 5 names. Don't put any answers in the chat. Tell you what you can put in the chat. Tell me how you're communicating with each other. I'm talking about the teams who are in different physical locations, and I'm just interested to know what you're using to keep in touch with each other. I know some people were using WhatsApp the other night. Take these headphones off now. I've heard of Discord. I want to try Discord. Google Hangout, says RockU. And what is that? Is your WhatsApp and we're on Zoom? I've heard about Zoom quite a lot. So see, when you're on Google Hangout, can you talk to each other? Is it audio or is it text? And what about Zoom? Is that audio? Can you all give each other audio? Or what's up for Alfie? WhatsApp rather. Cups and a piece of string. That's kind of where I'm at, Michelle. I've never been the biggest tech person because I've always had stuff to do, you know. Sue thinks that Kuro, that's a dog, recognises Dr. Paul's voice via YouTube. Well, she does listen to it quite a bit, round about this time every week. And dogs probably know what day of the week it is. How often are you doing these quizzes, says Criley UK. Hello, Criley or Criley, C. Riley, that'll be it. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to be doing quizzes pretty much every day, just on different platforms. I'm trying YouTube, I'm trying Facebook, I'm going to try Zoom, and some other things as I discover them and see what works best. This is working quite nicely tonight, I think. If you subscribe, then it will tell you when I'm back on YouTube. If you go to Dr. Paul Facebook, then you'll get that. This works quite well. Don't really know much about the other platforms. Yeah, Drew. Well, you were you not on Facebook the other night? It was total chaos, but that's probably because you're welcome, C. Riley. It was chaos the other night on Friday. That was the first one I did, but it was probably more chaos because there was 300 people on it and because I hadn't really prepared properly. Because I was spending all the time working out how to work the actual broadcast software, and I didn't have questions on the screen and stuff like that. So I'm going to get, I mean, this is loads better having stuff written on the screen. Obviously you can read it and you can sort of tune me out a little bit. It's almost like being at the pub but we missed the bar staff. Yeah, shout out to all the bar staff. Nick, who's on this thread, or he was earlier, is one of the bar staff. Gail, Joanna, Phoenix, although she's gone now. Well, she had gone. She got out. She left the game a few weeks ago before everybody got pumped. You know what I mean? Yeah, I must be in the brass. Must be in the boozer. Right, everybody ready? So you've got 5 answers out of those 5. And I'll tell you, I should have told you this actually a few minutes ago. The other 4, the 4 wrong answers are not even in the top 10. So it's like quite clear the difference. Ready, ready, ready. It's all a learning curve. You're doing Barry. Thank you, Mala. That's nice to know. Thank you very much. Yeah, I quite like it. I really like it. I like doing it this way. I love doing it in the pub. Right, lots of people. This question has caused a lot of misery on Team Quizzery, says Ailey. Stevie's ready, Laurel's ready. I'm getting to the point where I'm going to give you the answers soon, okay? So get your list finalised. If you've got more than 5 written down there, score one out, score a couple out till you've only got 5. Because I'm about to tell you the answers. So this is quite good. I'm about to tell the answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, that's quite catchy. It's quite cool. Right. Ready. Lots of people saying ready. So here are the answers. Here are the top 5. And I've got them for you in order. Watch this. So number 1. 2 points, by the way, for every right answer that you get. The number 1 answer is little baby Jack. The second most popular baby name of 2015 in this country that we call Scotland was Oliver. Jack and Oliver. Pretty staunch. Number 3 is James. Baby James. Little baby James. Little baby James, who was born in 2015, was quite cute at the time, but is now 5 and is starting to show signs of being violent. Lewis is number 4. Lewis! Half the people who called their baby Lewis named it after the Scottish place. The other half named it after the Vic Reeves impression of Inspector Morse. And the last one, now this is more difficult. Did you get the last one? Now, if it was me, I probably would have guessed Harry, right? But that's not right. The right answer is Alexander. So mark yourself 2 points for each one of those answers you got correct. Put up some scores for me and then we can get on to the next round. I'm not going to muck about too much. We can get on to the next round. 8 out of 10 for Matt. I think that's Freudian lips. Unless you're doing it by yourself. Thank you, Johnny. Cheese plant steady on 8. 8. This is another round where there's a lot of 8s. 10 for not Ethan Simpson. Nice one. Waiting for the lockdown. 8 points. 8 for Chicken Kiev. 8 for EJ. Dean's got 8 out of 10. 8 for the Cocoa Pops. Not so lone porn dwarf. Did you get someone in? The Hanging Chad's got 8. Social Outcast's got 10. We got Alexander. Well done, Phoebe. I thought that was a difficult one. Largs Locos. Are you actually in Largs? When I lived in Glasgow, I used to love going down to Largs. You get crazy golf, get Nardini's ice cream, get a sausage supper, walk up and down, don't do much at all. It's great. We were naming our children in the 80s. Because that's why you got 6 out of 10. It was a different game in the 80s. Gilchrist, but he has company today. Lewis! Lots of high scores here. Oh, Ailey, don't be like that. You're doing the scratchy chin. You're like, lots of high scores here. You're saying that people are cheating. The thing is, there's no prizes tonight, so if anyone's cheating, then absolutely no one cares. It's okay. Right, well done everybody. Hope you've got your scores all together, because I'm going to ask you for your total scores at the end of the quiz. Ice cream at Inverclyde, awesome. Just the whole Largs thing was awesome. I lived in Glasgow between 1990 and 2007. And back in the early days, particularly when we were students, we used to go down on places like Largs and Troon quite a lot. Try not to be that person. You get these people at the pub quiz, and other people do better than them. They go, "Oh, it must have been cheating. Must have been googling. It must be cheating." You cannot imagine a world in which people know stuff that they don't know. Still is. I think you're talking about Largs. Right. We are clever wee buggers. You don't need to justify yourself. I believe every score that comes in. And if it's false, then I couldn't care less. Because I don't have COVID yet. So that's all that really matters at the moment. What about air? Aye! You know, used to go to air. Oh man, I'm chatting again. Right, no, I'll talk about air later. Let's go on to the quiz. That's the anagram we had earlier on, isn't it? Okay, so right, double or bust. Okay, this is the final round. This has actually worked out alright. It's a minute to 8, so I'm going to run over 8 o'clock slightly, but this is the final round. Now listen up, and listen good. A lot of you know the format for this, but some of you might not. The format for this round is double or bust. That's double or bust. Double or bust. And it does what it says in the tin. So if you get an answer right in this round, you get 4 points. That's double. Okay? But you run the risk of going bust in this round. If you answer a question and it's not right, then you get 0 points for the round. So to avoid getting bust, you have to decide whether you're going to answer or not, right? You can leave blanks. To avoid getting bust, you can leave blanks. What a scratchy Jenny. Nuggets got 85 out of 40. Okay, you're cheating. So you understand, 4 points for a right answer. You can leave blanks to avoid getting bust, but if you actually put down a wrong answer, then you get bust. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Here are the questions. And whoever's top at the end of this round is the winner of the quiz. Right, here's a sports question number 1. And the questions in this round are pretty tricky. Okay. So question number 1, which indoor sport is played on a surface 42 inches wide? How much? Probably a bit more. By 62 feet long. Okay? So 42 inches wide, which is about 3.5 feet, which is slightly over a metre, I think, if you're metrical. And 62 feet long. So what's that? That's about 20 metres long, I think. Something like that. Yeah, so name the indoor sport. I'll go over these questions again, right? We'll go through the round, but have a guess at that. At the end of the round, you'll decide which ones you're going to answer, which ones you're going to leave blank. Okay, here's question number 2. So which country moved their parliament in 1982 from the old capital, Colombo, to the new capital, Kotte? Kotte. Capital used to be Colombo, now it's Kotte. Which country is that? I'm asking you to name the country. So they changed their capital, used to be Colombo, now it's Kotte. You'll see these again, I'll go over them again. Number 3, the second time tonight I mentioned Robocop. Which US city was the setting for the film Robocop, both the 1987 original and the 2014 remake? They are both set in the same city in the USA. Which city? Remember, double or bust. If you put a wrong answer down in this round, you bust. Question number 4. Film, another Disney film, second time tonight as well for this. In which 1955 Disney animated film would you find these characters? Bull, Jock, and Peg. Alright, name the film. It's a Disney film that includes Bull, Jock, and Peg. Which film are they in? That's 1955 Disney. That's question number 4. And here comes the last question. Whoa, this is difficult. In a classical string quartet, how many of the 4 instruments are cellos? So a string quartet, classical string quartet, has a, it's not just any 4 string instruments, it's a particular format. It's a specific setup of 4 instruments, but how many of the 4 instruments are cellos? That's question number 5. So that might be a risky one to go for, or you might want to guess it. It's up to you. I am going to go over the questions again. Question number 1. Which indoor sport is played on a surface 42 inches wide and 62 feet long? Indoor sport, remember. Question number 2. Which country moved its parliament from Colombo to Kotta in 1982? Number 3. Setting for RoboCop. The original and the remake, both set in the same US city. Which city? Number 4. Disney animated film where you have Bull, Jock and Peg. Film came out in 1955. One of the classics. It's great that you're not all shouting out the answers in the chat. Well done to everybody, by the way. And the last question. In a classical string quartet, how many of the 4 instruments are cellos? How many of the 4? So, have a think for a minute or two. Commit to answers. Work out which ones you're going to leave blank. Work out which ones you're not going to answer. Because one wrong answer is bust. I'll give you a minute. We'll talk about air. Who's asking me about air? John Smith's asking me about air. Yeah, I used to like going to air as well. Not so much a pleasure day trip, you know, we would go to Largs for that, but air, I would go to air. I used to have a job with a company called Direct Distribution in Glasgow when I was a student, and you put out posters and flyers working for a guy called Angus White. And sometimes you get sent to places like air. Like most of the jobs were around about Glasgow, in and around Glasgow, but one of the great things about the job was you got sent to all these different towns that you wouldn't otherwise probably not go to. For example, Paisley, Airdrie, Coatbridge, Greenock, Port Glasgow, East Kilbride, Motherwell, all those places, Cumbernauld, all those places that you didn't really have another reason to go to. So it was really good. I enjoyed it. And one of the good trips was air. Get sent down to air with a bag of posters. Get on the train with a bag of posters. And get off this at the station. It's at the top of the town, and then you walk down the town. Thank you, Robert. You saying ready? Yeah, I'll get on to it in a couple of seconds. You walk down the high street, and air used to be quite buzzing in the 90s. You know, I went back in the 2000s, and you could see it had gone down. Also used to go down there for football, go see Partick Thistle. When Partick Thistle were mainly in the lower leagues. Back there again. Ready, right, good. Lots of people saying ready. If you're not ready, get ready. I'm going to give you maybe slightly more than 5 seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right. Alright, there's plenty of readies. Not a huge amount of readies. Robert D, Michelle, Rocky, Alistair, Gilchrist, James, Angus, and Stevie Agnew, number 1. Already. I'm going to tell you the answers really soon. Let's do it. Right. You know how to mark here. If you're right, thanks Laurel, thanks Drew, thanks Raccoons, thanks Kerry, thanks Michael. If you're right, you give yourself 4 points. If you have put any wrong answer down, you get 0 points for this round. Make sure you know which ones you are answering, which ones you leave blank. Right, everyone's ready. Here we go. Double or bust answers. 10-pin bowling, 42 inches wide and 62 feet long. Give us a shout on the chat if you get bust. Give us a positive shout if you got one ready that you really liked getting right. Up the bum. Stevie Agnew #1. UTB. Right, 10-pin bowling. You might have got that wrong if you'd said something like fencing, maybe. I remember someone put table tennis for that once. Whoop whoop. Good, people are getting it right. Okay, question number 2. Colombo to Kotte, that is Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka was my best answer when I was on Eggheads. Oh, Johnny's bust. Went for curling. That's not bad. That's a pretty good answer. I'm sure the dimensions for curling would be pretty similar. Probably a bit longer and a bit wider, I think. Quitting now. Don't quit, Drew. If you're bust, because I'm going to give everybody a link at the end to put their points up. Right, number 3. Detroit is the city for RoboCop. And RoboCop should be coming true in about, I don't know, 20 minutes. The government might announce that they've actually got robot cops to enforce the lockdown. They had to just get that sorted out before they could announce the lockdown. We weren't confident enough to go for Sri Lanka. Kicking ourselves now. Bust! Curling, nick my hair. The Lady and the Tramp. That's Bull, Jock and Peg with The Lady and the Tramp. Yeah, dancer, says Al. 8 points and we aren't answering any more. Well, that's you. You've got 8 points, Bex. So sometimes the best way to play it is to go cagey. You need to believe in yourself, Phoebe. There's great motivational stuff from Stevie Agnew. Old Detroit has a cancer. That cancer is crime. Now, I don't know the film that well, but I'm guessing that's a line from the film. He's a tramp, but we love him. Beautiful. Right, okay, here comes the last one now. Did you get this one? This is how many cellos in a string quartet. Imagine you got them all right and then got bust in this one. How many cellos are there? There are 1. 1. 2 violins, 1 viola and 1 cello. That's the setup of a classical string quartet. Bust. Went for Peter Pan. Peg has to be a pirate's name, surely. No, they're all dogs. Pug like the dog. Aye. Woohoo! 12 points for Angus and Cheese Plants. Oh, 101 Dalmatians. Aye, it's all dogs and it's all the same. Yeah, nah, no points. Right. Johnny's saying, how did you do? Well, we're going to find out. I'm going to post a link now so that you can all upload your scores. Now, let's see if I'm organised enough to actually do this. So, I made a form earlier on Google Forms, and all it does is ask for your what do you call it, team name, and that's it there. It asks for your team name and your score. 58 for wanking for the lockdown. Would not know the difference between a viola and a cello. Not posh enough. It's not posh, Laurel. Classical music is for everybody. 52 for the Hanging Chads. Never went for the last one. 16 points in the last round. Would you have got it? CC Baxter, would you have got it? Would you have answered 1 cello? A cello's much better. Yeah, cello's like woof. A viola's like and violin's like neep neep neep. I'm just gonna go back over the answers just in case you missed any. So 42 inches wide, 62 feet long is 10-pin bowling. Colombo to Kotte is Sri Lanka. Detroit is the city for RoboCop. Lady and the Tramp was the film with Bull, Jock and Peg. It is. And 1 cello. 38 for 3 wives and their divorce lawyer. 48 points for Dean, 40 points for Quiz My Face, 66 for Social Outcasts. Can't open the form. Can't open the form. Right, okay. Let me just try it myself and see if the link's still working. Yeah, that link's okay. I've just tried it myself. I'll put the link on the Facebook page, and you can see. You know what I mean? Listen, that's the quiz. Thanks everybody for taking part. This quiz is free. All my quizzes are going to be free on YouTube. I might try and work out something else that's paid. I'm going to try and work out doing quizzes where I've got one of you on the line. You know what I mean? That's going to be fun. Viola isn't a big violin. Yeah, I'm not making it up. Thanks, Johnny. I really appreciate that. Nick says he's done the form, so that feels to me like it's working. It's great. In fact, I should be able to tell because if I open it, I'm going to open it goes to a spreadsheet, right? So it should just bring in all the scores, live Dr. scores. Let's see. If I open it, I think I can see some of your entries coming in. It's taking its time to open up. Okay. Right. What else have we got? What else have we got to show you? So who won? Well, we're going to find out. I want you to upload those scores of yours. I'm going to post the link here again, and I'm also going to post it on Facebook, and you can upload your. There's the thing again. It should really pin. Thanks, Ali. It should really just pin my thing. I'm going to work this stuff out. Please subscribe. Give me £1 as well if you like the quiz and you have £1. And I know not everyone's got £1 because everyone's fucked. But if you've got £1, give me £1. See the donation link? It says tip the quizmaster. Unfortunately, it says paypal.me/cunto. That's from an old project, and I can't change the name, so it's slightly embarrassing. But otherwise, subscribe, like it as well, like it and subscribe it. I've watched enough YouTube to know that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go like and subscribe, leave comments, like and subscribe, all that shit. Enter score, good, excellent. You've come a long way in a short period of time. YouTube is good. There's something good about it. I had it on ultra low latency tonight, and I think that was a little bit better. Which, you know, less what do you got? Lag. Oh, and let's talk about tomorrow night. Tomorrow night I'm going to go back to Facebook. I'm going to do Facebook Live, and it's going to be a big teams quiz, which is where you are shouting out answers. And you've got a team captain. The team captain who won on Saturday night was Marty Pello, literally Scotland's greatest entertainer of all time. So he'll be back because it's winner stays on. He saw off the Hoff. Hoff was the previous champion, so Marty will be up against a new challenger tomorrow night on Facebook, and I'll see you there, hopefully. Just got the end, says Brian. Hello, Brian. Yeah, well, you can re-watch it, Brian, and I'm going to be doing lots of quizzes, and it'd be great to have you here because you're an experienced quiz person. I'd love to see what you think about it. Gilchrist says my flatmate has the virus. Oh shit, really? Fuck's sake. Well, I hope your flatmate is okay. What can I say? I mean, the whole thing's mental, isn't it? I was out today, I had to go to the bank, and Stockbridge, nobody about, not a person. It was amazing. It was weird. We're living in very strange times. I love doing pub quizzes, but more than that, I love doing quizzes. So the current weirdness has pushed me into doing this online thing, so I'm going to see how it goes. Thanks for doing the quiz, everybody. Yeah, I'll post the scores up here. In fact, are they starting to come in? Yeah, they are. Look. Double click this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot here. I don't quite know how to show you them to you at the moment, but I'm going to put them on Facebook. Okay, once I've worked it out. And I should sign off because we all need to get ready to listen to Boris Johnson, the leader of our nation. As he announces the end of the world, military lockdown, probably artificial intelligence, robotic policemen that will only kill us if we're bad, you know. So that'll be a whole lot of laughs. Everyone look after everyone else, and I'm going to keep running the quizzes while I can, and we're going to see how it goes. Set up an underground quiz club that nobody can talk about. What's the rules of the double or nothing round? I don't think it scored ours correctly, says Angus. Right, listen, Angus. If you got a right answer, you got 4 points. Okay, so I'll go back here and I'll flick back through. So if you answered 10-pin bowling, you got 4 points. If you answered Sri Lanka, you got another 4 points. Now, if you said Chicago for this, then that's you bust for the round. If anyone's still here, anyone who is still here, say in the chat what you got bust on. Paul, how do you do the PayPal thing? What, like you want to give me money? It's in the description just below the video on Facebook, Alistair. It's just a link, you click on it. So, sorry, I was trying to explain to Angus how double up bust are. So if you put one wrong answer down, then you get bust, you get 0 points for that last round. But to avoid getting bust, you could have left blanks, right? So if you left a blank for Detroit, and you left a blank for that, and then you got that last one right, then you would have got 3 right answers, so you would have got 12 points. We avoided the landmine, says Angus, despite one bowling dissenter in the team. Bowling dissenter. So were you still able, you know what I want to know? I want to know, were you still able to have arguments with each other about the questions like you would if you were in the pub? We went for curling, says Rocky. Disaster. Right, got it. Good, Angus. I'm glad you got it. This is the format I've used tonight is pretty much exactly the format I use in the pub. So a lot of the people taking part in this would have been very familiar with it. So that's maybe why it looked like it was easy for them. Takes a bit, plenty of arguments. That's good. That's great to know. Still arguing like the pub, says Ailey. That's excellent. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to spread discord, arguments and disagreement and general uncivility onto each other. That's my mission. Rather than like doing something useful, like taking food to old people, I'm just trying to get you all arguing with each other. But hopefully in a way where you can remain friends, because I always say you should remember to remain friends. Right, it's 20 minutes past 8. 9 minutes to go to military lockdown. See, I didn't think 3 weeks ago that I'd be broadcasting on the internet announcing military lockdowns and running a quiz when I should be in the pub. But that's life, it's pretty mad. My income's completely disappeared, so anything that comes from you is a really welcome bonus. But if you can't, or you won't, that's absolutely fine. I love you anyway. Just, but if you can somehow share it or like it or tell people or subscribe, that would do me.